Hey y'all, and welcome back to Satisfactory. Last time, we got our not very efficient radio control units being made, and now I'm just still staring at this conveyor spaghetti mess, and it just looks really terrible. I have an idea for later on to possibly start a new factory out in this area where instead of having multiples, like I'm going to convert it to a mega factory, I think, where I just bring all of the resources in and just make everything there. Now, with that, I have a plan for its organization and how it's going to look, where like all of the item transportation and everything's going to be done behind the scenes. We're going to have a huge train depot where the trains bring stuff in, but all of like the belts and stuff are going to be out of sight, and all you'll see are the machines as they make stuff. It's going to be tough to do. It's going to require a lot of conveyor elevators, but it'll be interesting to say the least. Now, in order to increase the production of this little spot, this thing, notice I'm using 3.75 crystal oscillators per minute. I am not getting that many in here. You can barely see anything coming in. I'm making a bunch of heat sinks though. Holy crap, I am making plenty of heat sinks. Look at this. They're backing up like crazy. And the rubber? Yeah. Tons of rubber coming out of those 5 things. It's ridiculous. But the computers and crystal oscillators are they're the limiting factor here. So, what I need to do is I need to go downstairs to this floor, which is just a huge chaotic mess now. And I've got the quartz coming in, splitting up 3 different ways to go into 3 different machines. I got the rubber, or the wires coming in, going 3 different ways to 3 different machines. And the only thing I need to do now is get these reinforced plates set up to do that. Because right now I've got 4.688 crystal oscillators per minute there. I've got 4.688 crystal oscillators here, but this one's going to make just straight computers for the supercomputer production. This one is supposed to be making computers for my radio control unit production. And then this one is just straight up making the crystal oscillators for that. This is ridiculous. I need more reinforced iron plates, which is, again, downstairs. Oh, it's over here. So down here, I have these 3 machines that should be making reinforced iron plates at 18.75 per minute each, overclocked to 250%. When I look at that, I think I don't have enough production in these lines here, because each of these is going to take 62 iron plates per minute. That's 124 per minute that I need. And so I've got, I think, 7 constructors all set up making 15. It's not enough. It's definitely not enough. I need to overclock these, or just completely redo this room to make it work better. And I think I might do that. But redo this so that I've got at least 120 plates being made, which is 8. Is that right? Yeah, 8 constructors making a butt ton of plates that go directly into here, and then each also requires 150 screws per minute. Right now I've got 3 constructors making screws at 90 a minute, so that's 270, but I need 450. This is just, it's not enough. So, this is a major project for today, is redoing this part, just so that we can get upstairs to be 100% efficient. I've already taken the liberty of upgrading these guys to Mark III miners to get 300 ore out of each. So that means each of these could feed 10 smelters. I don't have enough space. I do not have enough space. I need 20 smelters. Oh boy. This is just getting ridiculous. I think I need to just work with what I've got. And from there... Wait, what? Why don't I have power here? Here we go. And from there, we go and we start work on the Mega Factory. Because I've got so many machines that are overclocked. Like, if I've got a machine clocked to 200%, I should be able to just use 2 machines. If I have to go over 200%, I should be able to use 3 machines. And I don't have the space. Not in the buildings that I've constructed here. So, we've got a massive project on our hands here. We're going to continue producing stuff at this pace, just so I have the resources. No, just keep everything going. But, we're going to... whoops, I missed. We are going to start work on a new base. And this is going to take some major planning. You see, it's these type of things, these belts going everywhere, that I want to try to avoid in the future. Like, I really don't want them going everywhere. I don't like the look of all those conveyors. Maybe if they were, like, up in the air inside buildings, sure. But it looks like I got, like, air conditioning ducts on the outside of these things using these lifts and everything. It doesn't look good. It's not as organized as it could be. And the OCD person in me is screaming at me, saying, why are you not doing this? So, I need to get to work. And I will be bringing you guys progress updates, like crazy. Oh, also, the trains could be better. The trains could be much better. So we'll be working on that too. So as far as base locations go, we have a couple of options. I can build in this area. We've got 3 normal iron nodes right there. We got copper, we got limestone in 2 places. You know, it's pretty good. And I think that's a normal copper node. So this small area has all the same resources as everything I'm using over there. Except for like the bauxite and oil. I'll still be using those where I'm getting them from. But like this has a lot more resources in a closer area. Plus, it's got this really nice little road thing leading down to a pit of doom, and then, you know, it's open. I can build, and if I would start building at about this height, because I want to be above all of that poop gas that's all right out there. All those friggin' toxic plant thingies out there. I don't want to have to deal with them, so I would build at about this level, so that I'm above it. I think that would work, if I were to do that. But, I don't know if this is the best place to build. I just don't know. Yeah, we got the ray that comes through here, and that's really cool. I'd love to be able to ride that all over the place, but he doesn't go all over the place. So it's really almost pointless. But, there's another place that we can go that offers ample space for building. And that other place is, of course I'm talking about the void. Just out there. Out in this big old open space. So I would basically go out into the world, gather up everything, and transport it all down to this corner. And build a huge mega factory out over the nothingness. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that actually seems like a bit of a cheat. Because, yeah, there's nothing there. And you can just build concrete foundations out for days. And just keep on going. You know? Yeah! Almost just ran off because I misclicked. Anyway, yeah, but you can just keep building out into the nothingness. But again, that feels like you're cheating. Sort of. Because you're using an area that is not meant for building. I mean, yeah, it's kind of cool to say, hey, I'm building in the void. But no. You're just making it too easy on yourself. So I'm not going to build out over the void. Gotta find another place. Another place that feels like it would sort of be like cheating would be to build out over the water. No, not so much as over the void, because, hey, if you fall out into the void, you're dead. But if you fall out into the water, you're still good. Like, you can swim. I mean, it's scary as crap to swim, but you can swim. I mean, that water gets pretty darn deep, let me tell you. So, that's an option, is out over the water. Again, sort of feels cheaty, but it can work. I mean, everywhere else, if we were to build up in here, is very forested, is very hilly, and so it's kind of difficult to work around everything. Down here is a really good area because it's relatively flat, but I'm already there, and I would rather not build in the same place. I think I want to go figure out what this terrain out here is like. Judging by the topographical map, elevation changes like crazy. Currently, there's nothing out there. There's no slugs, no nothing. It's just an area. It does look pretty flat, though. Huh. Well, from here, it looks pretty flat. Like, from here. But, I don't know. We'll have to check that out someday. But for right now, I don't know where I want to build. I need to find a place. I know there is a really flat area out here in the desert, the rocky desert. Plus, there's tons of resources out here that we can use. This might actually be the prime, like a really good piece of real estate for us. I don't know of any other place that can come close to it, honestly, but I haven't explored everywhere. If you guys have any ideas of where I should put my mega factory, let me know. But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up the aluminum production lines. I want to automate turbo motors. That is a must. Turbo motors right now are really only used for the Mark III miners. Oh look, copper. Pure copper. Wait a second. Pure copper here? Interesting. Where is there any iron nearby? There are 3 iron nodes right here. What? Gimme. Wait a minute. Where? So there was an iron node right here. Where is it? I'm standing on top of it. But where is it? Is it underground? There were a couple others over here. I think. There it is. This one is pure. Okay. Is there another one around here? There it is. And that one's pure. Wow. Okay. That's a lot of resources right there. 2 pure iron nodes, 1 pure copper. Is there a limestone? Right over there. Wonder what its purity is. It's pure as well. Whoa. This area right here is a apparently ridiculous starting space. There's another limestone node up there. I wonder what its purity is. We'll find out real quick. There are 2 pure limestone nodes here. 1 pure copper, at least 2 pure iron. There may be a cave with a 3rd pure iron in here. This is prime real estate for resources. This is ridiculous. I need to set up a mining station over here with a train stop. That'd be crazy. But okay. Bit of a distraction. Let's head back and get to work on automating the turbo motors as best we can. Oh, wow. I turned back on the stuff downstairs and computers have started to back up. This is crazy. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, I don't have that crystal oscillator hooked up. I need to... Let me check on this. Okay, so we are backing up these reinforced iron plates. We need to get them hooked back up now. Okay, so I just realized that these don't need to be overclocked to 250%. They just need to be at 200%. So now I only need 45 reinforced iron plates per minute. If I go downstairs, each of these needs to be making 15. They're making 18.75. So I can take that down. Just be making, oh come on, give me 15 per minute. Which lowers everything down to manageable levels, I think. Because 3 of these, I need 150 plates per minute. And, oh come on, work. And 360 screws per minute. I can do that. Because I can do one in here, bring that up to 120. One in here, bring that up to 120. And one in here, bring that up to 120. And that's even 135. My goodness. I don't need to be that high. Oh well, that's more than I need. That's fine. And then each of these guys making 15. I've got 7 of them doing that. 7 times 15 is 105. So these take 50. That still takes 150. And these guys are all making 15 per minute. But with this thing making 300, I could overclock this whole system to 200% and be good to go. I just need more slugs. Oh well. It's working better than it was. It's more efficient now, which I like. So that'll work out great. It's not 100% yet, but it will be. So we need to build another floor to get turbo motors going. This is going to be fun. Alright, so I have finished the floor. The next floor of this factory. And this is where we will be making our turbo motors. Let's go ahead and build a manufacturer just to see what we need to get a refresher. Turbo motors require 3.75 radio control units per minute, 7.5 heat sinks per minute, 7.5 motors per minute, and 75 rubber per minute. So, let's check to see how many motors I'm making. I need to have 7.5 per minute. I think I'm making 10. Alright, I'm making 14.8 per minute. I will be using pretty much one of these for turbo motors. So I can disconnect this merger, have one just making motors, and the other making turbo motors, probably coming out here and heading that way. Let's set that up already. Actually, I don't think I want them coming out this corner. I want them to be more like a bridge across. So we're going to probably stack some conveyor poles on top of this one and bring it out like over here. Let's set that up. Okay, so motor transportation over to this side is done. I like this bridge. Didn't have to do anything fancy. It's within range. It's awesome. So the motors are just going to come straight across and then feed into this manufacturer, which is already set up to make turbo motors and stick them in that container. So now what I need to do is hook up the heat sinks from downstairs. Okay, heat sinks coming up. Next, radio control units. There they are, the radio control units. Boop. And then I need more rubber. So I have a splitter already over here that's splitting off some rubber for one of the lines. I just have to split off another bit of rubber and bring it up here. Okay. All of the items are at the same level now. Just gotta hook them all up. We are producing enough for everything. Maybe not enough rubber. Maybe not. I might have to make more rubber, but it'll be okay. But now I just gotta hook everything up. It's gonna look ugly as crap, but it's gonna work. So we're gonna be making turbo motors. And then once turbo motors are good, oh boy, we can start working on increasing our power production. And you all know how we're gonna do it. That's right. We're going to unlock the nuclear option. And then we're going to spend some time trying to figure out where that's going to go. Because once I start building my mega factory, I'm going to need a lot more power. And YouTuber I'm Kibitz built a nuclear power facility that had 27 nuclear reactors in it. That's insane. Like, his stuff is off the scale. But I don't need that much. I don't think I need that much. Each nuclear reactor produces 2,500 megawatts, 2.5 gigawatts of power. So I don't think I'm going to build more than, like, 5 of them? Maybe? Wait a minute. What's our current power consumption? There's a power pole. There's one. Current power consumption, well, our capacity is 5,300. So if I build 5 nuclear reactors and then I get the stuff to be able to make that work, we'll have 10 gigawatts of power. Should be more than we will ever need. And I know I've said that before with my 30 fuel generator power plant out by my oil production, that would be more than I would ever need. But recently I've gone over that. It's kind of insane how much power you need as you get going. Once you have everything going at the level that I do anyway. You guys might have lesser capacities or even more capacities. I don't know. But once you have everything going at like max capacity, it is insane how much power you need. So we will probably build we'll do 4. Yeah, 4 nuclear power plants. Just so that we can have a nice little square of them. But that'll happen in later episodes. Let's get the turbo motors going. Though it's not as ugly as I thought it would be. I made nice 90-degree angles on the belts, and it looks really friggin' good. Lots of empty space up here to possibly increase this, but I don't know how I would be able to do that. So, we are making motors. Turbo motors at 1.875 per minute. All of these are exactly what I need them to be at. We are doing amazing, and we haven't made one yet. There's our first one. 1 turbo motor. Yay! Oh, finally. We have the most complex part in the game so far being made automatically. This is awesome. You guys might argue and say that the nuclear parts are more complicated, but they're really not, honestly. I mean, there are more complicated parts going into the turbo motors than there are for the nuclear rods, from what I've seen. But we need to unlock those so that we can get started on that project. So here we are, at the precipice. 1, 2, 3, 4 things of heavy modular frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things of motors. 1, 2, 3, 4 things of computers. And we have nuclear power.
Milestone reached. With the provided buildings and
Oh
parts,
my goodness.
you can now set up nuclear power generation, which balances an increase of fuel production complexity with improved power output.
Yes,
Protective
improved
measures
power
against
output.
radiation have been included. Note, this method of power generation creates nuclear waste.
Which is what we're going to have to deal with. And there it goes. Right as we unlock nuclear power, my entire power plant shuts down because I don't have enough power generation. Of course. So fitting for the end of the episode. So, if you liked what you saw, please hit that like button, subscribe to see more, and y'all come back now.